Well,
Pleasure to be invited to this one.
yeah, it's my pleasure, particularly because obviously it's such an important period of time for you. So thank you for taking the time to do this. Individually, I just want to check in with you. How are you at the moment? Feel free to take this in any order you want.
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm been home from work about 20 minutes, so been busy the whole day teaching teenagers music.
How about yourself?
They are.
I'm welding, so I was finished 1 hour ago.
On your way
Yeah.
home?
Hmm?
You on your way home now?
Waiting for my teenager to get done from work.
Such is life. I love it. The rock star lifestyle, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Music
Well,
teacher.
well, I mean, here's the thing. It's real life stuff, but ultimately it's just part of who you are. Because of course, brand new album, A Warrior's Way, been out since November 1st, a couple of weeks now, and which is a great chance for people out in the world to hear your new record and get to know it. So far, very early days. Are you pleased with the response to the record?
Yeah, I would say we very pleased. We got we got very nice reviews so far.
Yeah.
Um, and we have been on interviews, people asking about it, and they say very nice things about it. So so far, everything is good about it. The response, I think.
Yeah, I spent this morning listening to it, spending time with it, getting to know it, and listening and really enjoying what you guys were doing as well. It is a fantastic record, particularly in just regards to how complete the sound. It sounds so full, complete that this is exactly what you knew you wanted to do without question, and it was the best of what you were doing, rather than being there's no filler tracks, basically. When when you set out on this path, the vision for this record, at its earliest stage, did you have an idea of what you wanted to do here?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted it to. If comparing to earlier stuff, we have done some folk metal-ish songs, but we also were very inspired by death metal, black metal. I think I'm writing the music. I still am inspired by that, but I tried focusing even more on the folk song, the folk melody side of it. So that was the focus, and yeah, hopefully evolving from earlier stuff. We have had released an EP and an album earlier, and
Yes.
I think we're very focusing on maybe being a folk metal band, because earlier we were uh, explained as kind of a melodic death metal band with folk music influences. It's a long explanation, so I wanted it to be folk metal, but still people refer us as melodic death metal, and we take inspiration from that. But I would like to call us a folk metal band. So it was, and not just because of the description of the genre, the music style, but even I wanted the music to try to get even more folk music into it.
Do
Because
you
I think
agree?
that
Sorry, go
yeah,
on. Sorry, go on.
yeah, no, it's because I like both folk metal and folk music and metal, so I like the combination. I take inspiration from classic music as well as heavy metal, death metal, still some black metal, just anything. Apart from taking inspiration from my life, you get the
Yep.
feelings. And to me, I live in the north. I live in the wood. I live in the. Now it's dark these days. It's almost completely dark now.
Yeah.
So dark, metal, folk. Yeah, living. I don't know how to explain it, but
No, I get it. Although I'm in England and in London, it's not quite dark yet. It is miserable here. It's been miserable for weeks. The sky is always cloudy. It sets your mood in a certain way,
yeah.
particularly with the end of the year hitting November. That's how
Yeah.
Kenneth feels. What about you? Do you kind of get those vibes as well? Do you have those dark feelings?
These days, very dark. It's cloudy, rain, ice. It's boring.
It is boring, but it sets your mind up right. And are you comfortable as well with this sort of evolution into a more traditional folk metal sound? Yes, people, you're absolutely right. You're still being referred to as melodic death metal, and so on. But it now feels like the folk side is waiting over the other. So do you find
Yeah.
that?
It's nowadays it seems that we are in the right place, So because the growl, it's still gonna be death metal for someone, of course.
Mm.
But melodic is more folk. So I love it.
Yeah, that is the most important thing, that you bloody love it. Speaking about the album and the earliest point, talking about the vision, what was the anchor, the foundation of what this record would become? So, like, was it a riff, a vocal line, a bit of melody, even a full song, something that kind of set the foundation for what the full album would be?
That was actually the song "Walk of the Damned," because that was the first song, and I had one member who said maybe we should take it even further into the folk metal. The folk metal world, and I came up with that riff for "Walk of the Damned," and that's exactly what we thought of. And from that on, that worked. It seemed very right for us in the band. That's what was we all wanted to do, and just that melody set the path that next song as well is going to be very folkish. So just
Wow.
that started it all. That's folk music.
It really, really is. I love that. It's something, not to underplay it, but something so simple, and then it just starts this wave of creativity, and then you end up obviously where you are now. Speaking about that wave of creativity, so you have this anchor point, you have this foundation. Did it follow on quite easily? Were you very comfortably then writing more and more music?
Yeah, it came naturally from that point. We had even more focus because earlier it was, I like a lot of black metal. I love a lot of death metal, different stuff, and trying to incorporate that with tremolo picking, the black metal sound, some parts from that. And when we decided to go this path, it was even more focused on now it's this. So it made it very easy. The next song, I don't remember now, but it just came natural progress after that.
Was it quite comfortable and natural for you as well?
Yeah, it was. Because I love melodies. I was for many years I was a bass player, mostly, but there's not a lot of people who wants a bass player to play too much melodies. You should have the groove, like that. But I often played a lot of scales, and I could play a lot of melodies on bass, but nah. So I really focused on guitar from, I think it was 2014. I've almost only played guitar and really trained my skills on that, and because I love melodies, and it was not hard to go this path. Felt very natural.
What did you think when Kenneth kind of bringing his ideas to you? Like, did it feel quite comfortable for you as well?
For Warriors Way, I started after most of the recording was finished. So from the new material, it's he come with idea, the
Yeah.
other comes with some lyrics ideas, and all come together. So very fast. So it's actually good.
Very, yes, it is satisfying, I suppose, as well, when it does come together so fast. You know, we all want an easy life.
Kenneth
Yeah.
haven't made any bad songs yet.
There it is. Yeah, can't get say truer than that.
I can't write bad songs.
Speaking of which, then, at what stage did you start to notice the makings of a full album coming together? You know, you have X amount of songs written, a number of songs written, and you know it's all coming together. At what stage do you think, okay, this is what the album's going to be?
Well, I think it was when I wrote the title song, "A Warrior's Way."
Mm.
I think it's a very strong ballad. It's actually about it's surrounded with Viking, you could say themes, but it's
Yeah.
about sorrow, losing someone. So it's
Mm.
a kind of sad song, but A Warrior's Way, it's about struggling in life. You know, you have to fight in life. A lot of difficult, a lot of happy things happen, but you have to. It's a struggle in life. You know,
Yeah.
life is not always easy. So yeah, it's kind of set also a kind of path for the rest of the songs that follow. That this album is about a warrior's way. You know, and it became the title of the album, and yeah, kind
Are
of
you quite,
yeah.
you know, considering it's got so much, it's got such a deeper meaning. There's so much more to it than just, as you say, perhaps chest beating, uplifting, powerful kind of Viking style stuff. It's got
Yeah,
deeper
yeah,
meaning. It's about loss and stuff like that. Are
yeah.
you comfortable and happy that that might be misinterpreted? That some people might listen to it and maybe not get that sense,
No,
but
no. The lyrics is always thought of as you can interpret as you want.
yeah,
So we seldom really speak that deeply about what the song is about. I think it's up to the listener to interpret, and I can't speak English.
do you agree?
Yeah, yeah,
You
I
agree?
agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we kind of ultimately the vibe we all want, right, is for someone to listen to your songs, to listen to your music, and get a feeling, whatever it might be, whatever
yeah,
feeling they're getting, as long as they feel something, right?
yeah. Both first of all, the music itself, and we call the atmosphere, the vibe of the song, and also the lyrics. That's someone get someone. It brings emotions in people. That's but for me, it's all about emotions and feelings. The music. So it all comes from yeah, my inner. Yeah. So if people also feel what I feel, because when I sit and make music, I actually when I sit and work with it and I listen to it and I get goosebumps myself, then I think, there must be something here. Yeah. Hopefully someone else will get goosebumps and maybe a tear in their eyes because it's good. Yeah. Feel and maybe get help from it. You know.
Yeah.
I have self been helped from metal music earlier on in my life when things were kind of bad. You put on some metal and you feel better. You know. Maybe they sing about something you have experienced, or you think it's about what you feel, and yeah, it's therapy in a way. Listening to music, making music, you know.
Well said, absolutely. We all get that from it at some
Yeah,
point or another, even sometimes when you don't expect it, which sometimes can be a fascinating thing. And there are many moments on this album, perhaps when an unexpected moment, a feeling hits. And that's what makes it so damn special.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds like it was probably a lot of fun to create, but also a lot of work. So on that front, what were some of the more challenging moments of creating this record?
Ooh, I don't know really. When I write a song, I really focus on that at that moment. Don't think about anything else. I don't think any song was that especially hard to write. It kind of comes naturally when I sit down and write. I just almost everything comes up in my mind. I work a lot in my mind. I've done for years.
Yeah.
It's very seldom I sit down with a guitar and come up with a melody. It just something comes from my soul and up here, and I go and sing on it on work, and I get home and I write it down. And but no, it's.
It is no bad thing that you're struggling to answer this, I think. It's no bad thing that it wasn't a crazy amount of hard work. It's a positive thing that you reflect on it and say, hey, it wasn't overly that challenging.
No.
When you hear Kenneth answer like this and talk about how easy this kind of, or not easy is the wrong word, but how comfortable it is, are you amazed? Are you in awe? What do you think? What do you feel when you hear Kenneth speak like this?
No, when Kenneth speak like that, it's normal. So
Just normal for you.
he comes up with ideas, and we all agreed. Also, uh, every time he comes with a new thing, it's if it's a riff or a whole song. He makes sometimes he makes a song very fast.
Yes. Speaking of A Warrior's Way specifically, then do you have a personal favorite track, the one that you like more than any other on the album?
Blut is
Yeah.
one of my favorites, of course. It's very nice to play live also.
Yeah, okay. How does that one go down live?
Lots of headbanging and
There it is. I would think so.
That
Fantastic.
song has been a closure of our shows now. It's a
Yeah,
very
okay.
very good
The
song
end.
to close the show with, Blut. Yeah.
I'm glad people reacted to it.
I think maybe I think Yggdrasil or the title song "A Warrior's Way" maybe are my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yggdrasil was the last song I wrote to the album, and it became the first song on the album.
Speaking of which, because of course, when it comes to creating these tracks, you've then got to make it into an album. You've got to create a track listing and you've got to make it so it flows and that it's a journey. Did you have a lot of trouble creating the track listing and getting the flow right?
Yeah, it was some thinking before we finally decided which track order, because it has to be a natural journey into the next song.
Yeah.
When and I think even not having 2 or 3 slow songs after another, you have to mix it up a little bit, and so yeah, it took some time, and we made a list and let it rest for a while, and we get back to it. Now maybe that song should be there, and
Yeah.
what's it's I think it's important to have the right order. It is.
A lot of
So
debate, a lot of debate in the between you all about where things go.
no, that wasn't a lot of debate at that time. I think I came up with an idea, and they said that sounds really good. So yeah, I'm often right.
I was about to say, it feels like the rest of you guys all have a lot of confidence in Kenneth. What Kenneth says and does, you're more than happy with.
Yeah, in the Warriors way, Kenneth is the only member left, so we can't talk that much about that. But from for the new stuff we are making, we are all one team, so Kenneth comes with an idea and we all talk about it and get another idea and so forth.
Are you excited about what you're doing now, looking forward? Because, of course, The Warriors Way, I mean, it is the newest album, so it is the focus right now. But obviously, together as a group, as you are now, you are working towards what comes next. Are you excited by what you're doing?
I'm very excited. We are a very good team now.
Yeah.
So we are working on some good shit.
Good to know, but of course, I do not want to underplay the fact that Warriors Way has only been out 2 weeks, and that's so important because we want it to be as successful as possible. Even if that success just means it allows you to play more shows and make more music. So on that front, Kenneth, what would success for this album look like for you?
I don't know. Maybe getting us. I want as many people as possible to listen to it because I think it's a really good song. So I want more people to experience that. So we are trying to. We are trying to be very active on social medias, and we also have. We got to deal with Fetzner Death Records in Germany.
Yeah.
Alexander Fetzner, that has meant really a lot to us. It's via him we got interviews, and so we have I hope we and maybe more people get to know about us, getting more shows. It's nice with more streams. You don't get much money from it, but it's really the Spotify streams has really gone up now. So so it's really good.
That's good to know because I mean that's obviously it's a measure of success, streams and numbers and all that.
Yeah,
normally,
you could say it's kind of more people sees us, discovers us, and because you don't want to make music and you only listen to it yourself. You want it to spread it to as many as possible.
We want it to spread around the world to as many countries and people.
What you say?
We want to spread it around the world to as many countries and different people.
But always, I love getting new fans. I get messages from friend requests from people. We're looking forward to meet you at that festival, and it's meeting new people, and it's always new experiences. It's great.
I'm glad to hear that. Fingers crossed we can do our small part. We're over in here in England, for example, and we're talking in Sydney. So clearly some good positive things are happening from it, and long may that continue. Speaking of which then, looking towards next year, and both of you, if you wouldn't mind answering this, because it applies to both of you, we are going to look a bit forward to a realistic goal that you would like to achieve next year. Individually, what's a goal either of you would like to achieve next year?
Are you going to start, Kenneth?
Yeah. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I think we're really eager to actually release more music. Not so far away in the future. I've been very creative since I got these new guys in the band. They brought a really new energy and very much fun and a really good brotherhood in the Evilon camp, you could say. So
Yeah.
and more shows. We have already 3 booked for next year, but we hope for more. We have a very nice festival in Germany in midsummer that we can really looking forward to, and we are working on getting more gigs in Europe and hopefully UK.
Hopefully.
More gigs, meeting more people, releasing new stuff, and hoping for the band to grow.
Yeah.
See how far we can take it now. Yeah, I think it's a better vibe in the band than ever. So we are really focusing on working forward and getting something to happen with the band. And things have started happening now, so it's really good. It's really fun.
Good. How about you?
Well, of course, give out some new music, new shows. I hope for many shows next year. Of course, it's lots of fun to play live. So
yeah,
we hope. Now at this point, Germany is the biggest festival, of course. But
yep.
We hope I'm working for more. So
Of course, continental Europe, big area, plenty of places still for you to visit, right?
Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed you get out and about a lot over next year. It's great to hear you've already got shows booked and, of course, what new music may come. For now, A Warrior's Way is out right now, so you can go enjoy that. But also, excitingly, look forward to the future as your new group, as a new unit, a new united front, and see what that brings forth as well. Fingers crossed with festival season, summer, all next year kicking in, that you're out and about and if by chance you end up over the UK's way, that will be fantastic as well. We've got loads of festivals that you can easily fit on and play on. It's just getting you over here, isn't it? But until then, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Same. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.